Hello students, in this program we are going to add two lists using a function. Okay, exactly what we are going to do is add the numbers at the corresponding indexes in the two lists. Look at an example. Suppose we have an index, a list with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, which is named A, and another list with the value 6 to 10 in named B. Now adding these lists, that means adding the items at corresponding indexes, we get another a third list which is named C. When we add 1 and 6 we get 7. When we get 2 and 7, when we add 2 and 7 we get 9. Adding 3 and 8 we get 11, and so on. Okay, see, this program we already did this program in a previous video, but in that time we did not use a function, but this time we will use a function. Now before the program, let us see closely. What we want to do is that items at the same indexes from A and B lists are added, and result is put at the same index in list C. Okay, there will be a list C which will have room for 5 elements, actually the same number of elements as A and B have. Then the index at index 0, the items in both the list A and B, 1 and 6 respectively, will be added to obtain 7, and 7 will be stored at index 0 of list C. Similarly, at index 1, item 2 in list A and 7 in list B will be added, and 9 will be produced, which will also be placed at index 1 in list C. So that way we are going to develop the list C by adding corresponding numbers in the two lists A and B. Now as we said, we have already done the same thing in a different program without using a function. This time we will use a function. Now the logic of this program is same as that previous program, but we will use a function this time, which was not used in the previous program. Now first of all, we will create a new list C which will be empty initially. Actually there's a slight variation from the previous program. In that program we created list C as a copy of list A. In this program we are going to create C as an empty list, and then items are appended to it. Items are appended to list C one by one, which we get by adding numbers from the same indexes from A and B, as we have shown in this diagram. Now this is the program. See, this is the function. The function is def add to list A and B. It is taking two arguments, A and B, where both A and B are same size lists. Okay, A and B are lists of numbers of same size. That means there are equal number of numbers in both the lists. Now as we said, we will start with an empty list and name it C. Okay, then we want to take every index in A and B. So what we do is run a loop for I in range 0, length of A. Okay, so length of A is used as the stopping argument in the range function. That means what we get in I will be the value 0, 1, 2 up to length minus 1. Okay, that will be the last index in A and B both. So in this way we are going to get all the indexes in A and B from 0 up to length minus 1. Now what we do with this index is written inside the for loop. We are appending an item in list C. See, we created this empty list C before this for loop. Now in the for loop we are appending repeatedly some items in this list C. Now how do we obtain the item to be appended is written here. a square bracket I plus b square bracket I. This is a very simple thing to understand, that items at index I from both the lists A and B are being added and appended to the list C. So since this loop runs for all the indexes in A and B, what we get is that all the numbers at corresponding indexes in A and B are added and the results are appended to C one by one. So after this loop, all the items are added and result appended to C. So what remains to be done is just to return this list C, which has the required addition list. Okay, so now here the main program begins. Again, we just see we have the two lists. Okay, and C is the sum of the two lists is obtained by calling this function add to list, which we just discussed, and passing the list A and B. Okay, now be clear about it that these two variables A and B, the two lists of the main program, are passed as arguments into the variables A and B of this function add to list. Okay, actually the same list will be worked upon. No, the copy will not be created, but the variables themselves are still different. A and B variables of the function are different from A and B variables of the main program. Okay, so and here the variable C, which is being returned, is being assigned to variable C of the main program. Okay, so always remember that scope of the main program's variables is different from the scope of the functions variables. Okay, so therefore they may have the same names. Now in C we have obtained the sum of the two lists, and what we do next is just to print this addition list. So what we do is print the sum of the two lists A and B. This is a string written inside quotes, and then we print the list C here. So that's all what we do in this program. Thank you.